Hi, everybody out there. Welcome back to Rexington Strong Style Sports, continuing the 1962 Wilt Chamberlain series. Let's take a quick look here at the season at glance. In the last game, man, we saw Team Chamberlain break the 1972 Lakers winning streak, as you can see there in the middle of your screen. Currently, they are on a 34-game winning streak. The previous record was 33 games in a row, set by the 1972 Lakers, with Wilt Chamberlain, Gail Goodrich, and of course the incomparable Jerry West. That team was on fire back then, but this team right here in the modern era, I can tell you right now, every game that we see, even when Team Chamberlain struggles on offense, they're always going to have an advantage. Because look at this last game against the Washington Wizards, where offense was kind of hard to come by as a team. It didn't matter. Even though Will scored 52, it wasn't what you would call a down. He missed a lot of easy layups. But here's the thing: 44 rebounds. You see what I'm saying? And then you look at the team comparison. The rebound differential was just staggering. Both teams shot the ball fairly harsh. But look at the difference in shot attempts: 80 to 105. Because Chamberlain himself had 19 offensive rebounds in that game, ultimately leading to Team Chamberlain having 33 offensive rebounds to their 9. See, it's like even when they shoot poorly, they still have a way to be able to beat you. Yeah, they made twice as many more threes, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It didn't matter because we had more shot attempts to go around. Every time they missed a shot, they were one and done. But with that being said, let's go ahead and move on. Oh, before we go, let's take a quick look at the playoff picture. Let's take a quick look here at the playoff picture here. In the Western Conference, of course, you have Team Chamberlain heading up, leading the pace. Number 1, Denver Nuggets. Number 2, San Antonio Spurs. 3. And then your play-in hopefuls are all down here. In the Eastern Conference, Atlanta Hawks surprisingly are leading the way. The New York Knicks right behind them with a game and a half. Pacers and Bucks doing pretty well. The Bucks finally, in one of these series, is finally fighting like they should be with the talent they have. And then there are your bubble teams. Let's take a quick look now at Chamberlain's statistical performance throughout the year thus far. Remember, I believe Chamberlain missed about maybe 7 or 6, 8 games. And yet he's averaging 50 points, 35 rebounds, which is just beyond anybody else in the league. Like Jalen Duren is the second leading rebounder in the league, and he's got 13. Wembanyama's got 13. And Wilt is just far and away. He's doing the same numbers he did back in 1962, essentially. 6 assists, 7 blocks, really 8 blocks. But this is what gets me right here. He's shooting 66%. And when we go into the stats on the court here, look at what Chamberlain's doing in the paint, guys, in the season. Chamberlain by himself is shooting a sublime. Look in the paint, in the middle of the field. He's shooting a sublime 78% in the basket area. 78% by himself. Now look at what he gives up as a player. Chamberlain, he scores 78 and he gives up 45%. So 45% of the time when you go in on Chamberlain, you lose. It's the other way. 65%. No, 55%, excuse me, yeah, 55%. 55% of the time when you go in on Chamberlain, you lose. He's only given up 40 out of the 647 times he's been challenged. 45% of the time he's given up a basket. But going the other way though, 78% of the time he scores. Not to mention what he does around the basket area with his fadeaway jumpers, which he's done pretty good hitting those. He's got a few from far out. Look, he's scoring 41% from 20 feet when he fades away from back there. He's got a few a little bit extended, but nothing. As you can see, no three-pointers taken all season long, and why would they? But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this one. Should be an interesting game. Jacob Poeltl. They might not double team Chamberlain in this one too much with Poeltl guard. We'll find out. Toronto look going. I love these jerseys, man. All right, guys, sit back and enjoy. Team Chamberlain trying to push that win streak to 35. Let's see if they can do it.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Klay Thompson.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then it's Grady Dick. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Shed in at the point. And for the Warriors, we've got Paul George. Also Barnes out there. And it's Ellis in at the 2 guard. The season winding down here, Grant. Playoff seedings of the utmost importance.
You know, B.A., you especially see the bubble teams giving that extra effort now. It's all hands on deck. Very little room for error.
Ball finds George. 4-3. Some solid defense from Ingram. On offense, here come the Raptors. Pass to Shed. Outside Dick. Rebound San Francisco. And you look at what they've accomplished this year on the road. 30 wins and counting.
Yeah, they're reaching those historical numbers reserved only for the greatest teams in NBA lore. The types of rosters filled with talent, experience, desire, all built to win championships. I think you can say the same thing about this team.
It's good.
Yep, on the interior, Wilt's enormous size. Just too much to overcome, and certainly something that can't be taught.
Now here's Ingram. His last outing, he had 18 points. Picked by Pirtle. Ingram, the pass to Pirtle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The drive by Ingram. No good from 11 feet. Pass to Barnes. George with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Back to George. Right side Barnes. Here's Ball. And again with the rebound. That's another board.
And there's no way to keep this man off the boards. If all he did was rebound, he'd have an enormous impact.
And he now has the 4th most rebounds ever in a single season. Legendary stuff here.
Oh, only the great Wilt Chamberlain had more rebounds in a season than he's had this year. And that's something he can be very proud of.
Here's Barnes. San Francisco making their last shot.
Man, what a well-coordinated athlete at his size. To add that superior timing, hard to get shots over Wilt Chamberlain.
Ellis's shot is off.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Oh, got that one up quick.
And they get that first bucket. 1 for 4 to start this game.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Ball taking his time here. Here comes Toronto on the push. Shot from 12. Ellis with a rebound.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
George, good.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Ball. And the jam by George.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And with spring fast approaching, let's get a lay of the land by taking a look at the power rankings. Taking a look at the Lakers, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
I think for the Warriors, they've surprised so many people with their ability to maintain this astonishing display of dominance. But here they are, the best team in the league late into the season.
Here's Shed. Yet to see a basket. Let's go with a three. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Ball passes to Ellis. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. George for three. And he gets it back. Pass to Ellis. Here's Chamberlain, covered by Pirtle. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Chamberlain's got 6 points. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Fighting for his shot. Barnes is well rewarded for his effort.
You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
San Francisco has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Ball outside. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Ellis. Knocks down the long J.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Outside Ingram. Outside Dick. Outside Ingram. Six on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Pulls in another board.
He continues to dominate the glass just as he has all season long.
And he's been doing his thing every time he takes the floor. Now looking at 3rd all-time for rebounds in a season.
Well, he's surrounded by Wilt Chamberlain records, and that won't change if he climbs the ladder. Next up is Wilt's 3rd highest mark set in 1967.
And here are the Raptors now. San Francisco making their last shot. Barnes against Barnes. Oh, deflected. Here's Shed. Uses the glass on the layup. He's got 5.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Pass to Chamberlain. Over Pirtle. Chamberlain, no good.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Barnes. Rebound San Francisco. Chamberlain's got his 6th rebound on the night. It's George on the wing. To the middle. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
Oh, man, they were in total control, really doing anything they wanted. It was that level of dominance.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
6 to shoot. Offensive rebound. And here's Ingram outside. The shot won't fall. San Francisco leading by 5. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with the head coach for San Francisco. We got to talking about Brandon Ingram, and I asked how coach thought they might limit him tonight. Coach told me, well, there's nothing we can do about his size and his length, so we're hoping just to frustrate him and keep him off balance by getting up in his business and contesting shots. Hopefully that plan pans out for them, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Ingram. San Francisco making their last shot.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Here's Ellis. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, when you shoot it as good as Paul George shoots it, it's hard to stay down on his shot fake.
At the line for 2.
It's really remarkable how he gets defenders to bite on it more times than not.
That free throw no good. And some changes here for San Francisco. LaRavia comes in for Barnes. And Caldwell Pope is subbed in for Ellis. And the second free throw is good.
Paul George, one of the most versatile and dynamic players in the league. I mean, he does a lot for his team offensively and defensively, which I think frees up the other guys to do their thing.
Here's Ntilikina. Barnes with a screen on ball. Kicks it out to Barnes. And here's Ingram outside. Fires in the triple.
You know, Ingram is somebody you have to watch closely on the perimeter because he's improved his outside shot so much since coming into the league.
Here's Chamberlain, covered by Pirtle. Fader on the way. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Chamberlain's got 8.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Wow. Barnes straight down the lane for the jam.
Ball outside. Here's Chamberlain, covered by Pirtle. Barnes with the rebound. No good with the triple. Caldwell Pope. Back to George. Pass to Chamberlain. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Over Barrett. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Ntilikina. Pirtle with a screen on ball. Barrett against ball. Toronto the rebound. Outside Ingram from downtown. Ball with the rebound.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
And when you look at the numbers over the last few years, it's clear that George has made a jump as a playmaker.
And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto. 7-point differential. And it's LaRavia with a rebound.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Here's Chamberlain. Pirtle with some nice D. Toronto's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. And it's Ingram with the basket on the assist by Barrett. Ingram's got his second bucket of the night.
He's just 2 for 7 from the field, trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Pass to LaRavia. Here's Ball. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. San Francisco making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. And the Raptors making a change here. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunity.
And it's been interesting watching Ball find his place in the league. He's done a good job improving his game and focusing on the things he does best.
Ntilikina misses. San Francisco leading by 8. Pass to Thompson. To the inside. Chamberlain. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
Grabs the rebound again.
The rebounding just doesn't end with him. What a season he's had on the glass.
All year long, he's been a force, and now he's tied for the 3rd most rebounds in a single season.
Yeah, anytime you match a rebound total from Will Chamberlain, you are a legend in your own right.
And the basket by Abaji.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
San Francisco has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Pass to Chamberlain. Boucher with a double team. Thompson passes to Ball. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Here's Chamberlain, covered by Boucher. Here's Abaji. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. It's going to be on Lonzo Ball. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Steven Adams checked in for San Francisco. Alvarado comes in for Ball. There's 37 seconds left in the first. Now here's Alvarado. He's covered closely. Thompson outside. Pass to LaRavia. Rebound Toronto. Here's Abaji. He's got 5. And stolen by Alvarado. Here's Caldwell Pope. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. San Francisco out in front. They're up by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
The defense has been giving them plenty of mid-range jumpers, and they've been making them pay for that mistake.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter, we've got Chris Boucher, Grady Dick out there with R.J. Barrett, and it's Abaji in at the 4. Now here's Alvarado. Pass to Thompson. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Toronto trailing. Here's Dick. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Thompson, so pure as a shooter. I mean, he gets that mid-range look, and he's not going to hesitate to let it go.
Barrett passes to Boucher. Back to Barrett. Drops in the layup for 2. Barrett's got his first points of the game.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Alvarado. Sinks that one from the post. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Once he breaks out the crossover, you just know something special is about to happen.
Barrett up top, defended by Thompson. On the wing, Grady Dick. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Chalk up 2 there.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
The Warriors have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. On the wing, Thompson. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. Alvarado outside. Outside, Caldwell Pope. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Toronto making a switch here.
Number 23, Dario.
For Toronto, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. You know, Clark, something Kentavious Caldwell Pope brings, that championship experience.
And every championship team has a guy like KCP, a guy who can make shots, who's always there, ultra reliable, plays both ends, doesn't step out of his role, and all he does is help you win championships. I love watching guys like that contribute in a meaningful way to championship teams. And he's a fun guy to watch because he does his job at a high level pretty much every night.
Now here's Thompson. He picked up 15 in their last win against Washington. Adams with a screen on Barrett. Shot clock at 5. They get it back. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Raptors trail by 3. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Pass to Abaji. And here is Barrett. Boucher a screen on Thompson. Here's Barrett. The rebound by Klay Thompson.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Now here's Thompson. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Pass to Mobo. Tipped. 5 on the clock. Back to Thompson. Lets it fly. Thompson with another miss.
And just unable to get anything going tonight. I mean, his teammates have really bailed him out.
Barrett passes to Boucher. Over to the wing. Back to Barrett. Yes, it's good. Barrett's got 5.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. San Francisco has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Caldwell Pope with it. Picked up by Dick. Caldwell Pope's shot is off. The Raptors have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. And here comes the break. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Caldwell Pope's got his first bucket in this one. Here's Shed. Alvarado defending. Tries a 10-footer. That one a little long.
Great defensive effort to lock down the paint.
Impressive work protecting the basket. He held his ground nicely on that one.
Raptors trail by 3. Right side Dick. Pass to Abaji. Here we go, one-on-one. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Hey, it's not easy trying to stick with Caldwell Pope now, especially when he leaks out in transition.
Toronto's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And the Raptors with some changes. Scotty Barnes comes in for Abaji. And Ingram is subbed in for Barrett. Pass to Shed. Outside Dick. Here's Shed. Pounded by Ball.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Pass to Chamberlain. George outside. Here's Ellis. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. And now a 7-point San Francisco lead. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball. I just love the ball movement.
Raptors trail by 9. Pass to Shed. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Lonzo Ball. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
R.J. Barrett, he's checked in for. There's another rebound.
And the effort and hustle he has shown all year long on the glass has been awe-inspiring.
Boy, he has carried the load for this team all year. and now is moved into third for most rebounds in a season.
Yeah, and every spot in the top 3 for rebounds in a single season belongs to Wilt, but not anymore. This is amazing to witness.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line from San Francisco, Wilt Chamberlain.
Hey, we all know this. It's no secret. I mean, one of the areas of Wilt's game that's below average is free throw shooting.
Now here's Barrett. He had 28 points in the win against Milwaukee. George against Ingram. 5 to shoot. Rejected by George.
Timed it beautifully, and George able to send it back with authority.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Now here's Ball. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. The 3, George drops in the 3. George has got 10 points in the game.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George was ready to fire.
Outside Barrett. That's his 5th miss. Only made 2 shots in this one so far.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Yep, that one goes. Chamberlain's got 5 points now in the quarter.
When we talk about wings in the NBA, George is as good as anyone passing the rock.
Barnes passes to Boucher. Here's Shed, hounded by Ball. Pass to Barnes. Got a hand on it. Inside, Chamberlain. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got his 4th assist with that last one. Here's Barrett. He's got 5. Here's Boucher, and finished off by Boucher.
And a nice find by Barrett. He has a complete game.
Down low. Here's Chamberlain. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Outside Barrett. To the paint. Boucher down low. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Tell you what, if you let Wilt get the ball there, that's the poster shot you can expect.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. They trail by 18. Here's Boucher. Rebound San Francisco. Barnes has got 5 rebounds in the game. And Ball gets it to go. Ball's got 5 points.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Ingram. The putback. It's good on the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
San Francisco with the ball. The Raptors making their last shot. Here's Chamberlain. Oh, he took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. Instead, he'll shoot free throws.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And these will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here. He's off on the first. Some changes for Toronto. Pirtle's checked in for Boucher. And it's Dick in for Barrett. And he sinks the second.
Showing more aggression here in the second quarter. He's seeking contact and working himself to the line.
Pass to Ingram. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. No good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up. Here's Shed. He has 6. Goes up on the wing. Rebound San Francisco. Chamberlain's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. George passes to Chamberlain. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Ingram. He's got 9. Pirtle with a screen on Kleba. Barnes passes to Pirtle. Rebound San Francisco. And this squad has managed the unthinkable, stringing together 34 straight wins and eager to add number 35 tonight. To say they're on a heater is an understatement.
I don't even know how you describe the winning streak this team is on. It's a combination of the talent this crew has, but the confidence and self-belief and togetherness, cohesiveness that these guys have. It's a special thing to behold.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. San Francisco out in front, delivering the blowout. And we'll be back right after this.
Tell you what, man, the defense is just really shutting it down right now in Toronto, man. They're selling for too many outside shots, but then again, you can't blame them because it's just hard to get it. It's just hard, as I talked about in the pregame show, Chamberlain's only giving up 45% on attempts when he's challenged around the basket throughout the season, defensively. That means every time you go in there against him,
welcome.
You got a 45% chance of scoring.
So far as it's been a dominant
at the basket. Let that sink in.
It's been well engineered, kind of like diesel engine for much more.
Wilt versus Prime Shaq.
More like a Shaq.
I disagree. I think that gets way too much publicity. I don't think that would be a good matchup in transition. I think Wilt would kill him in transition. I think a better matchup would be Will Chamberlain versus Olajuwon. That would be much more interesting. They match up so much better.
You have 2 players going at him.
Because Will Chamberlain versus Shaquille O'Neal, it gets talked about because they're popular, but when you really go into the film, to me Wilt would kill him in transition over a 7-game series. It wouldn't even be fair. He'd kill him in transition every time.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half.
The Will Chamberlain, it's just like the Jordan LeBron thing. They talk about it because it's popular, but when you go onto the film, it's not a good matchup. It's a bad matchup for Shaq. It just is. You wouldn't even put Shaq on Wilt because he wouldn't be able to keep a body on him all game long. The transition problems you would have there, it'll be the same reason why you wouldn't put Shaq on Chris Webber. Remember when the Lakers played the Kings? You would never see Shaq guarding Chris Webber because there's no way he could stay with Chris Webber in transition. There's just no way. It's a terrible matchup for Shaq. To me, a better matchup for Shaquille O'Neal, to me, is like guarding guys like Patrick Ewing or someone like Artis Gilmore. Those are the matchups. Those are the power. You don't hear those because they're not popular. But on the film aspect of it, it makes sense. When you look at Artis Gilmore, Shaquille O'Neal will be a great matchup because those are 2 lumbering, powerful men battling. You know what I'm saying? That's a good match. I like to see Artis Gilmore versus Shaquille O'Neal. That would be a great matchup.
Up here in the second. Raptors trail by 21.
Hakeem too quick and skilled for Wilt, but I disagree with that. I don't think Hakeem would be too quick for him. I think the problem with Hakeem wouldn't be. I think Wilt would nullify his low post game. So Hakeem has the ability to take his game out to 20 feet, much like we saw with David Robinson. Take him outside and face him up because much like David Robinson can somewhat with his height and shot blocking, he can nullify a little bit what Akeem does around the basket. I think Akeem would do the same thing to Wilt. But having said that, Wilt has that amazing, wingspan ability to jump. So I think that's a much more interesting matchup. But the thing is, it's a better matchup because with Akeem, you know that Wilt or Akeem aren't going to beat each other in transition. They can more or less stay with each other. That's a better matchup. With Shaq, I mean, you can go back and even look at the 94 finals. 95 finals. Akeem was killing Shaquille O'Neal in transition then. You know what I'm saying? And that was a young Shaq. He couldn't even run with Akeem then. What are you going to do with prime Wilt? I hate when people talk about Shaq versus Wilt because it's a bad matchup for Shaq. It just doesn't make sense. He wouldn't be able to guard him for a 7-game series. It's a horrible matchup for him.
Maxi Kleber out there with George. Then it's Buddy Hield, and it's Kolek in at the point guard position. Here's Ingram. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got rebound number 15 here tonight. And for Toronto, Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then it's Grady Dick. And it's Shed in at the 1. Pass to Kleber. Oh, rejected by Pirtle.
And Pirtle deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker.
And for the Warriors, we've got Maxi Kleber. He's out there with George. And it's Chamberlain in at the 5 down low. And he lobs it up to the rim. Picked it out of midair. Now here's Dick. This one for 3. Chamberlain pulls it in. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Kleber finds George. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds in the game. Barnes passes to Pirtle. Here's Dick. That 3's off the mark.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And there's the drive. Pass to Chamberlain. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Chamberlain's got 28.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Now here's Dick. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. Shed nails it from 3. Shed's got 9 points.
And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half.
Here's Kolek. Pass to Chamberlain. Outside Hield. The 3 is up. Barnes with the rebound.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Dick, the pass to Ingram. Pirtle with the ball. Right side Ingram. Got it. He's got 11.
Yeah, he's slight of build, lanky and long and athletic, but he still finishes through contact, and he's not afraid to go in there.
Get my starters back in there. I didn't get my substitution, and I got caught up in talking to my man Cleveland Circus about the matchups. That's my one kryptonite, man. I love a good basketball discussion. Because he was making some good points, but I just don't see Will Chamberlain and Shaquille O'Neal working out well for Shaq.
He's been
Not
in
the long run.
Last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the 3-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
Pass to Chamberlain. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Oh, he cranks it down right on top of Jakob Pirtle.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Now here's Barnes. He has 7. Oh, they get a hand on it. Down low. Clock at 6. And the officials call goaltending. So they'll award.
No way. No way. No way. Challenging that. I'm challenging that. I'm challenging that.
Coaches,
get out of here.
Was not on the way down.
That is a.
He'll use his challenge.
That's a block, steal, whatever.
With goaltending, it's such
Get out of here with that call.
Clear and conclusive.
Well, that's what's great about the coach's challenge on calls like this. We're able to slow down the action and see exactly where the ball is.
What? What?
Here we go. The call will stand.
Wow. Are you serious? The NBA out here points. The NBA out here in Vegas. Somebody get Tim Donahue. I think Tim Donahue back to go. They got Tim Donahue out there. Let me see this again, man. Y'all be the judge. Is this goaltending to y'all? Hold on. Is this goaltending, guys? You be a judge. You tell me. You tell me, y'all. Yeah, Gleaming Circuits. Holy, look at the. First off, can we appreciate how high he is on a little jump? He is at the top of the square. He just jumped up. He not even fully off the ground like that much. He just tapped up. He up that high. Bro. This Will Chamberlain series, man.
And they're one and only coach's challenge.
Wow.
Goaltending calls can be so tough to make. You understand why he wanted a closer look at it. But we'll see if
that is insane, man. That is insane.
And we have a chance to take a look at the team.
Another one of Wilt Chamberlain famous goaltending.
Defense this past month. The Warriors, number 1. The Raptors, 3rd.
And over the last month, both teams have been playing excellent defense, really working hard to prevent other teams from scoring a lot on them.
San Francisco leading by 18. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Ellis. Fires from deep. Knocked away.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Dick with it. Guarded now by Ball. Rebound San Francisco. Chamberlain's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Sends it home from three-point land. Ellis has got 10 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Making it look so easy right now. Once Ingram catches fire like this, he finds ways to stay hot.
Ball passes to Chamberlain. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. Chamberlain's got 32 points in the game.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer.
Yeah, he scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive too.
And San Francisco calls time here. And some changes here for San Francisco. Kleba, he's checked in for Barnes. Klay Thompson comes in for Paul George. And Hield
Better start going to a more of a three-point shooting offense now. Got Kleba in there, helps set screens for Chamberlain. Free up Thompson and Hield.
Trying to improve though, and that's shown up in how he's grown as a player.
Both free throws good from Ingram. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Well, when this game is over and done with, they'll be off to Utah to take on the Jazz. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road. Here's Thompson. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Ball. Just 5 to shoot. Hield from outside. Rebound Toronto. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds now in the game. On the wing, Grady Dick, guarded by Hield. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Shed. Back to Pirtle. Ingram on the wing. 15 points in the game. Hield passes to Chamberlain. Out to Hield. Thompson against Ingram. Back to Hield. Here's Chamberlain. Rebound Toronto.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on you.
Lets the 3 fly. He drops it from range. Shed's got 6 here in the quarter.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
Ball outside. Outside Hield. Launches a 3. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Leave it to Hield to respond. A consistent 3-point sniper.
Now here's Ingram. He has a clear impact on this offense, putting up over 19 a game.
3rd in shooting percentage, and they're number 3 in lowest opponent scoring. I love the way they communicate on D. They are making it a team effort.
And their defense you talked about, holding opponents to a very low field goal percentage. They play alert, aggressive D that does not allow many open shots.
A natural scorer. Every single year, Ingram seems to take another leap in his game.
Toronto making a switch here. Barrett's checked in. Now here's Ball, guarded by Dick. And here's Thompson for 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Barrett. It's blocked, and they get it back. Outside Barnes. Outside Dick. Pass to Pirtle. Shoots over Thompson. And again, Toronto no good. San Francisco leading by 19. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offense in transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special.
Almost looks effortless, but Hield has worked hard to build those efficient mechanics.
Barnes passes to Ingram. Chamberlain pulls it in.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Barrett against Ball. Outside Hield. Pulls up. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
Oh, I tell you, them screens are working, guys.
In this one.
Getting my shooters open.
Hesitation from the veteran Hield.
Some nasty screens being set out here.
In these catch-and-shoot situations.
Now here's Barrett. He's got 5. Back to Pirtle. Pass to Ingram. To the middle. Pirtle with the bucket. Pirtle's gotten 4 this quarter.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot. Just abusing the defense down in the paint.
And here is Thompson. Back to Ball. Thompson outside. Ball right side. Puts one up from 19. Here's Chamberlain. Out to Hield. The 3. Oh,
What you say?
wow.
The Dipper.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You
Man.
know what I'm saying?
Yes, he does. That's what we call
Kleiba
helium.
and Wilt together.
He's rising and helium.
This is hard. You can't. Oh, well, still.
Thompson with it.
Pull it back. Ain't got nothing. Wait a
To
minute.
the left wing.
Cut, Wilt, cut.
Pass to Chamberlain. Hield on the wing. Rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's
I was getting ready to say, man, Wilt with Kleiber on the boards. Tough, man.
From the arc.
Playing small ball.
Chamberlain pulls it in.
They can't get a rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Wilt got 8 offensive rebounds by himself, man.
They realized they were tiring out the defense early, and they took full advantage.
And, you know, on top of that, second chance points have been a major component for him. And I love the relentlessness they've shown on the offensive glass.
Toronto has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Outside Dick. Here's Boucher. And again, no good by Toronto. And here's San Francisco. They're on a 12-4 run. Thompson scanning the floor. Outside Hield. Here's Chamberlain, covered by Boucher. Clock at 4. Offensive rebound. Oh, wow! Oh,
Watch out below.
big finish. And he jams it home with authority.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
And here are the NBA's best three-point shooters at the two-guard position this season. This is a dangerous group. Well, you look at Caldwell Pope. He is downright lethal from distance, ranking first in the league in three-point percentage.
That's because of all those standstill threes he
They're a
gets.
few spots behind.
Let's take a look at that real quick. I'm glad they brought that up, but let's take a Caldwell Pope. Let's take a look at his numbers from three-point line. He's shooting. Look at all the spots on the three-point line where he's shooting. Those are all spot-ups, all for those Will Chamberlain kickouts. You can see his percentages underneath the three-point line. Notice where they're all coming from, on the elbow, from post-ups. He does his most damage on the elbows and the sides, off of those, because either side will post up on, double teams will come. All you got to do is slide off to the elbow, you get wide open threes, spotting up. Not shooting too good from the head of the key, obviously, because you don't get too many double teams from the head of the key. But you notice that all the shots come from the elbows and the sides, off those double teams. That's why he's shooting so good. Wide open.
And as a rule of thumb, you always want great shooters at the shooting guard position if you can get them. Now, these guys are the cream of the crop.
Yeah, that's safe to say. I mean, these guys don't know the meaning of cold streaks. They're either hot, red hot, or sizzling. Those are the kind of shooters they are from downtown.
He's off on the second.
And with Barrett, we know he can score the ball. Now he must focus on becoming a better passer and facilitator.
Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. And here's a look at what's coming up for San Francisco.
They have got to fix the side. They got to fix that baseline sensitivity, man.
Utah going up
They got to fix the baseline sensitivity.
Then on Saturday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum.
Hopefully they fix it in 26, hopefully.
And you know, for that matchup with the Knicks, that's one that could easily go either way. A few mistakes could be the difference. I expect it to be a fun one.
Now here's Barrett. 6 points for him. Boucher passes to Dick. Over Hield. Dick gets the bucket. Dick's got his second basket of the night.
Great to see players still working the in-between areas. There wasn't much resistance defensively.
Pass to Chamberlain. Boucher with a double team. Ball finds Hield. And stolen by Barrett. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Ntilikina, hounded by Ball. Back to Barrett. Outside Dick. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Barrett. From outside the arc. Rebound San Francisco. Thompson right side. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's San Francisco, up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
He should have more blocks than that. I think 2 or 3 of the blocks he should have were called goaltends. Just like it was back in the 60s. When they remember Will used to get blocks, they would call them goaltends. They doing the same thing here in the modern era.
This was a no-brainer tonight.
There's no way he can do that. That's a goaltend. Nobody can do that. That's got to be a goaltend.
Tasty room service.
They're doing the same thing here in the modern era. Let's go ahead and get him out of there. He's a little tired. I was going to have Wilt play every game of the season, but for those that came in late, Wilt got injured earlier in the season, so there's no point in keeping that going. Because obviously you can't play every minute if you didn't play every game. So, which I just find it interesting. Out of all the guys that I've done this with, Wilt would have been the least likely to think that would got injured. I'd have thought Bird would have got hurt before anybody. Bird played every game in the series. I think Magic Johnson got hurt before. Like Bird played the most minutes, the most games, and never once did he ever show any signs of breaking down during that run, man. 60 rules modern players. 60s rules with modern players, that would be crazy. 60s rules with modern players. I'm trying to understand. Well, you take the three-point line away, then you get rid of defensive 3 seconds. You basically have, the 70s. That's what the 70s mean. That's basically what the 70s is. Because you start seeing guys having more diverse. Because they loosened up the dribbling rules. Remember, back in the old days, traveling was much more. That's why guys dribbled the way they did. You couldn't turn the ball over and do a cross. That was considered carrying. A crossover was considered carrying back then. You had to bounce the ball over and then shift your body weight to the ball. Right. You couldn't even. That's why people make fun of the dribbling patterns back then. No, because you go look up the Rucker Park footage of Earl to Pearl Monroe. I swear you'll think it's Kyrie Irving. Go look if y'all can find it on YouTube. Look up the Rucker Park footage. Rucker Park at the playground. If you can find it, look up search Black Jesus. Go look up Earl to Pearl Monroe. That's all you need to know. Man. Ever done giving each team an all-timer to complement the current? Yeah, you could, but I don't want to do that because it's like it's not balanced. I want to make sure that everything is perfect, is balanced, Durango. Because say if I did that for instance, if I gave an all-time great player to the Denver Nuggets, let's just say if I put Alex English on there with Jokic and what they already have, they probably would never lose a game. If I put Alex English in his prime with Jokic, it'd be a cheat code. Okay, it'd be a cheat code. You'd never lose a game, man. That's why I wouldn't want to do it that way, because it wouldn't be fair. Because you could do that with them, but then you put in the Washington Bullets. Say you would put God dang. Jeez, I'm thinking of great power forward that preceded Karl Malone from the Washington Bullets. It's Elvin Hayes. If you put Elvin Hayes in the Bullets, who's he playing with? See what I'm saying? It wouldn't be fair. That's why I wouldn't do it that way. If you did it for every team, it wouldn't be balanced. And that's what we're going. We want the games to be balanced. Makes for better watching. And it's just more interesting to talk about with the matchups too. It's just more interesting, in my opinion. But every team would have one. Imagine 3-peat shot. That's my point. You see, you're missing the point. All the teams today are not even by definition, Durango. If I was to put a person on every single team, yeah, you'd have one. But then again, more teams already have more talent anyway. It wouldn't be balanced. So you're always gonna have a deficit. So it wouldn't be very interesting to see, in my view, unless you were to go ahead and completely restructure the entire NBA and do a draft. That you could do. But again, hold your horses, guys. I got something planned for you guys. Don't worry, Durango. You're going to see something like that coming in 2026. I got something planned. You guys are going to love it. Just hold your horses, buddy. I got something planned for 2026, guys. I'll give you a clue. It's going to be league wide. It's going to be league wide. I ain't going to tell you any more word than that. Just make sure you guys stay tuned. It will be league wide. It will be more than just 2 teams. I'll tell you that. It won't. You guys are going to love it. Got Alvarado, Colorado. Okay, we're good to go.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. So the Raptors 5 right now. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Then it's Chris Boucher, then it's Walter, and it's Shed in at the 1. Now here's Thompson. Pass to Kleba. Over Barnes. Shot is good by Kleba.
Good vision that time by Ball. You leave somebody open around him, and he's going to get the ball to him.
Now here's Boucher. Back to Barnes. Boucher a screen on Kleba. Barnes goes in. Takes one from 10 feet. To the right side. Here's Shed. Misses the 3. San Francisco shooting a nice 50% for the game. Thompson finds Caldwell Pope. There's Ball with a 3. Hits the 3-pointer.
Share the ball so well. I love it. I love passes like that. That extra pass. That's what basketball should be, man. The best offenses will always pass and cut. Not just dribble.
Here he goes. Oh, a special move before that shot.
Well, that time he got the defense off balance with the well-timed pump fake. Nice work.
Thompson outside. Pass to Chamberlain. Boucher with a double team. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Rebound, Toronto. Barnes has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager. It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
And I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
Chamberlain, no good. The Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the 4th quarter began. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. And Clark, we're seeing greater parity league-wide. But there's still those teams wandering the wilderness.
Yeah, and some of that is due to teams failing to draft well. You've got to be a little lucky, but you also have to be good in your draft selections. And it's not enough to have a high pick. It's really what you do with whatever picks you have and getting it right.
Good on both.
Starting to find a rhythm from the line now as they try to cut into this deficit.
And here's Alvarado. George outside. Baseline drive. Kept alive. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Alvarado right side. Now Adams. Covered by Boucher. And it's slammed in by Adams.
And whenever Adams is aggressive on offense, it helps big time, especially when he's dunking it hard inside.
Barnes with it. Guarded now by George. Barnes, it's good.
You know, with his handles, he excels at tricking up the defense and getting the good looks he wants.
Barrett against George. Outside, Caldwell Pope. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Boucher outside. Outside Barnes. Boucher a screen on Barnes. Takes a 13-footer. And finished off by Boucher.
Great work to clear some space around the rim and set himself up for that putback.
Yes, sir. That was a huge follow.
You can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
Now here's Alvarado. Pass to Adams. 3-pointer. And that's good. Paul George for 3.
Cannot let George get his feet set out on the perimeter. He'll bury it.
Barnes against Barnes. Three-pointer. Barnes, and that's good. Barnes has got 7 points for the quarter.
This is their plan in the second half, to try to use the three-point shot to shrink this deficit.
George passes to Caldwell Pope. Back to George. The three is up. Toronto grabs the miss. Barnes has got 9 rebounds now. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Here's Boucher for 3. Rebound San Francisco. George has got his 5th rebound in this one. Now Alvarado. George, right side. Over Barrett. And that one comes up a bit short. The Raptors have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Pass to Barnes. Here's Boucher for 3. Paul George pulls down the board. George has got 6 rebounds in the game. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
At the line for San Francisco, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Toronto making a switch here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Toronto's gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Outside Dick releases, and the jumper falls for him. Here's Kolek. So, Clark, you think the winner of the NBA Cup should be guaranteed an automatic playoff bid?
Man, that's interesting. I think it could make for a more competitive tournament. So if that would be the outcome, then I would be all for it. But what happens if the tournament winner is the #1 seed at the end of the season? I think you'd have to find alternative incentives then, B.A.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Ingram up top, guarded by Hield. Outside Ingram. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Pirtle. He shoots. Chamberlain pulls it in. San Francisco has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
And it's the Raptors with the ball. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Dick. Out to the right wing. Here's Boucher for 3. Here's Pirtle. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds because of his size, but just as important, his timing.
Here's Kolek. Outside Hield. Here's Chamberlain. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, B.A., you have 2 choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Here's Pirtle. San Francisco making their last shot. Nails it from beyond the arc. Ingram's got 20.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Here's Kolek, guarded by Dick. Outside Hield. Outside, Caldwell Pope. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
Tipped.
Oh my God, that was so good. This is the stuff that I was talking. Chamberlain in the modern era. This is why pace and space would not bother him, because he has the length and the quickness to get there. Yeah, your guard. Yeah, you got your stretch four out there. That's fine. But guess what? My guy's 7'1", can move like a gazelle. Covers like, dude, that's like Deion Sanders playing off on a guy. Make you think he's open for that quick slant. Boom, undercut that pick six. It's going the other way. This is the basketball equivalent of Deion Sanders, man. Playing off on a slant. That is unbelievable. That is sick, man.
Barnes with it. Outside heel. Pass to Chamberlain. Back to heel. Now Caldwell Pope launches it. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got rebound number 7 tonight. Now here's Ingram, guarded by Hield. Ingram against Hield. From the right block. No good. A bit long that time. For San Francisco, they've gotten 8 of 15 during the fourth quarter. And yep, it's good. Caldwell Pope's got 7 points here in the quarter.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Dick. They get it back. Hurdle. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Hey, it is never easy guarding Pirtle. I mean, he's got so many moves and a lot of ways to get defenders to foul.
And he drops the first. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Here's Kolek. Pass to Hield. It's stolen. Ingram with the ball.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Yeah, nice fake by Ingram, setting the defender up to fail.
Third team foul.
First free throw is good. And some changes here for San Francisco. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Hield. And Ellis is subbed in for Caldwell Pope. 1:56 left to play in the fourth. Here's Kolek. Pass to Barnes. Here's Chamberlain, covered by Pirtle. Crafty move. And that's 2 points on the layup. Chamberlain's got 45 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's Pirtle. Ingram on the wing. He's guarded by Barnes. 3 on the clock. The 3. Rebound San Francisco. 1:09 left in the game.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Warriors.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
Add this one to the win column. Their 57th of the year.
Only a 2-game series, and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
That's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And, guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Here's Barnes. There's 37 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Shed. And here's Ingram from the arc. Bobo with the rebound.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Pass to Chamberlain. Outside Barnes. Jacks up a three. Gets the three to fall.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Outside Barnes. And so San Francisco takes the win, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Paul, what a great team effort defensively. What were the points of emphasis?
You know, we do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, you know, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, you know, beaten by contested shots and the ball being swung. You know, so that's what we have to do. We have to sit down, guard guys, and, you know, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Defense certainly has to be a full team effort, and it paid off tonight. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. As we leave, we present our player of the game.
Oh, man. Oof. A dominant defensive performance. Look at the fast break points, too. Man, they really got out and ran tonight, too. 18 offensive rebounds. A lot of turnovers for him. Just almost a perfect basketball game. Almost. They didn't shoot too good from the three-point line despite all the open attempts we got. Shot better than them then. But Chamberlain, once again, the story, averaging 50 and 35. That's what he's averaging on the season, guys. I saw it said in the pregame show. It's eerie. This is what he did back in 62, 50 and 35. It's eerie. He's averaging the same exact statistics that he did in 62. It is eerie. Man, look at Ingram, man. 7 of 20. Did not play well to date. Well, then again, actually, it wasn't his fault because the defense he was going up against, I mean, he couldn't really get that many inside opportunities because, again, the Chamberlain factor. And we didn't shoot too good from downtown tonight as a team. Klay Thompson would 0 for 3. He didn't get 3 yet. Klay didn't shoot well tonight. That's the worst performance of Klay's season thus far. Klay shot hopeful, man. 1 for 10 tonight. All them open shots he had, couldn't buy one. Well, he did buy one. He couldn't buy 2. He bought 1, but couldn't buy 2. Let's take a look at Chamberlain here. Just dominating the game, man. The patented fadeaway from the left block. Rebound. Look, that's the play right there. That was amazing. Dude covered like so much distance, man. Dude just owning the game, man. Physically just. I know Jordan the best, man, but like technically, but from an all-around perspective, man. But you start talking about domination, man. It always goes with the big men. The big men, the cold fact of it, out of all these streams that I've done, Chamberlain's team is the most dominant. And is there any reason why? I mean, you're controlling the most sensitive part of the court, the paint. And if you can do that on both sides, you know, it just shifts the game in your favor. If you can control the paint, if you can control rebounding, if you can control defensive impact in the paint, I don't care how many shooters you got. And then you factor in he's coming down, he's getting, again, on the season, in the paint, Chamberlain, that's not even counting tonight. I don't think that's updated yet because I got to go out of the game first. But the stat tracking here, look at what Chamberlain's doing in the paint on the season, guys. 78% of the time when he go to him, he scores. And then look at his defensive impact. 45% of the time when he's challenged, they score. They only score 45% of the time. Now, the league-wide average is around 55, 65. Somewhere in between those numbers, guys are giving up. He significantly just shifts everything in your favor. That's why teams can't score against this team, man. So, I wish I could put this team against the Bird team, the Magic team, the Michael team, just to see what they would look like. Who knows? Maybe one day it might happen. But with that being said, let's go ahead and move this along. Tough stretch for Team Chamberlain coming up here. They got a lot of road games coming up. Get one night off here. You got a back-to-back against the Jazz, then New Orleans, and you got one day off Chicago. Knicks going to be a tough game. Orlando's going to be tough. They match up pretty well with Team Chamberlain. If you saw the Bird series, you know what Orlando's all about. If you watched the playoffs with Larry Bird, you know in the first round, you know what Magic is all about. They are not to be messed with, man. Don't let that record fool you. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to bring this stream to an end. I'll have another one coming for you guys in a lickety split before you could say honeysuckle. So before I go, let's take a quick look at the season at glance here. The playoff picture from the Western Conference. Denver Nuggets, number 2 seed, looking like we're going to see a Chamberlain-Jokic showdown in the Western Conference. In the finals, Western Conference Finals, that's going to be either the Nuggets, the Spurs, potentially the Thunder. Me personally, I want to see Jokic and Chamberlain. The diversity of styles there, because you got the inside-out impact of Jokic versus the just all-out inside domination of Chamberlain. Going back now, and I know some people might be wondering what happened in the season. Well, they've already played twice, unfortunately, but in those games, Chamberlain was hurt, so we didn't get a chance to see it. This is when Chamberlain got hurt back against the Houston Rockets, and then he missed those 2 games, so they didn't get a chance to play, unfortunately. I think that they may have 1 game left. Nope, they have 1 more game against the last game of the season. They'll play Denver at the end of the season. So we haven't had a chance to see Chamberlain versus Jokic yet, unfortunately. We have seen Chamberlain and Wemby. Chamberlain and Wemby has been epic. I think Chamberlain and Wemby have played 1, 2. I think they played 3 times. Let me see. There it is. That's one right here. Wembanyama went for 26 and 21 in that one. Chamberlain, he got the better of it. He dominated Wemby in that one. And I think in the second game here, close game throughout. And this is the game I like talking about. I thought in this game, Wembanyama outplayed Chamberlain, even though Team Chamberlain won, mostly because Paul George stepped up huge in the fourth quarter and carried him home and took the game over. Because Wembanyama was doing a good job of shutting Chamberlain down in the post. Go watch that game, guys. It was a great game in the season. So you can find it in the playlist under Chamberlain versus San Antonio Spurs on the road. It's a road game. But Wembanyama, it's in my, even though the numbers are comparable, obviously Chamberlain has 6 blocks. If you go look at how the game played out, Wembanyama outplayed him in that game. And then they played again here, and then Chamberlain got his revenge. Chamberlain got his revenge in this one. He came out. Look at this one. Got his revenge. 56 points, 25 rebounds, 15 blocks. Wembanyama, 23 points, 17. Hey, he got shut down. He shut him down, and he went 8 for 17 from the field. Wilt's revenge. So yeah, guys. But coming up here tonight against the Utah Jazz should be pretty interesting. Let's take a look at the matchup. By the way, they're 15 and 47, nowhere near making the playoffs. They're pretty much they're dead in the water. They're looking for the lottery. They're done. But they do have a 3-headed monster of big men who can shoot with Walker Kessler, John Collins, and Larry Marketing. Whether or not that will make a difference against Team Chamberlain, it remains to be seen. I mean, let's be honest, man. If you can't find a way to score points in the paint to complement your 3-point shooting, you have no chance of beating Team Chamberlain. We have seen it throughout the season. Teams have tried to outshoot this team, and generally they get the better of it from the 3-point line. Problem is, we're scoring like 60, 70 points as a team in the paint and getting to the free throw line. And you're getting none of that. So we'll see what happens in that game, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you like this stream, please give this video a like, share it, consider subscribing to the channel if you're new, and make sure you're hitting the notification bell so you know when I go live. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time. Peace.